In Genesis chapter 7, we find the detailed account of the great flood that occurred during the time of Noah. This event holds significant spiritual and historical importance. The chapter begins with God instructing Noah to enter the ark along with his family, as they were found to be righteous and faithful in the eyes of God because they believed and obeyed him. Noah was also commanded to take with him 7 male and female of every clean animal and 7 of every clean bird to keep the species alive on the face of the earth. And it's important to remember that clean animals were taken by the 7s while unclean animals by the 2s, because clean animals were also to be sacrificed and were to be eaten, while unclean animals were not to be sacrificed and were not to be eaten. 7 days after Noah and his family entered the ark, and 7 days after God shut them in, the rain began to pour upon the earth. The floodwaters rose, covering the entire earth and submerging all the high mountains. This catastrophic event was a result of God's judgment upon the wickedness and corruption that had filled the earth. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain continued to pour relentlessly while Noah and his family remained safe inside the ark. The ark, which was built according to God's specific instructions, served as a refuge and a symbol of God's grace and salvation. During this time, the floodwaters not only covered the earth's surface, but also burst forth from the deep, causing a complete upheaval of the natural order. The mighty waters destroyed everything that lived on earth, wiping away all traces of human civilization. Inside the ark, Noah and his family experienced both the terror and the awe of witnessing God's judgment firsthand. They heard the thunderous roar of the rain and the waves crashing against the ark, and they felt the ark being tossed and turned by the raging waters, yet they remained steadfast in their faith, trusting in God's promise of deliverance. After the 40 days and 40 nights of rain, the floodwaters continued to prevail upon the earth for a total of 150 days. During this time, the ark floated upon the surface of the waters, carrying within it the hope of a new beginning. Finally, after the waters receded, the ark came to rest upon the mountains of Ararat. Noah and his family and all the animals emerged from the ark, stepping onto dry ground once again. Then they offered sacrifices to God, expressing their commitment to follow his will and their faith in the coming Messiah, who would be a sacrifice for their sins. The story of the flood in Genesis 7 serves as a powerful reminder of God's justice, mercy, and faithfulness. It highlights the importance of righteousness and obedience to God's commandments, as well as the assurance of his protection and salvation for those who trust in him. As followers of Christ, we see in this account a foreshadowing of the end time events and the second coming of Christ. Just as Noah and his family were saved through the ark, we believe that those who remain faithful to God and keep his commandments will be saved through the ultimate refuge of Christ. In conclusion, Genesis chapter 7 provides a detailed narrative of the great flood. It emphasizes the themes of judgment, grace, and salvation, reminding us of the importance of righteousness in Christ and faithfulness in our relationship with God.